Venture capitalists. What does this term mean? Supposingly, you have lots and lots of abundant money with you, and I am the fresh startup of my business. I come to you and offer that since you have so much of money, why don't you invest in my startup? So what you will do is you will check my business, analyze the details, go into the every pick and corner of the business detail, and if you find any potential in my business, you will definitely invest funds in my business. That will be a mutual help. I am need in funds because I am the founder of a fresh startup, right? And if I get funds, it will be so good. I'll be able to expand my business. So, who is the venture capitalist here? You are the venture capitalist who is going to invest in my startup, which is at an early stage or a nascent stage. Venture capitalists, they are the professionally managed funds. Right? You will, if you will invest in my venture, that will happen very professional way. You will be detailing each and every aspect of the business. You will invest in my company, and only if you see high potential in the business. If you see that this particular business is on the stage of flourishing, or wow, the idea is so unique, the idea is so good, you'll be able to capture the market, only then the venture capitalist will invest the money in that startup. They will be analyzing the whole project report, whole business report. They will be evaluating the business. The founder is supposed to be well educated, well smart, quite a good management team should be there. The founder is supposed to have good vision of the market. Only then he will get the investment. The venture capitalists will no doubt provide the funds, but apart from the funds, they will also be giving them their finest experience, their expertise, knowledge, and the mentorship and the guidance will be provided to the startup. The startup which has high growth potential and positive revenue creation will happen, and it seems to the venture capitalists that this startup will have a very promising future. Lots and lots of revenue will pour in. Only then you will get the funds. The venture capitalists, they can be a sole investor, one person who has so much wealth, or it can be a group of investors who pool in and come together as one venture capitalist. VC is an investor who either provides capital to the startups, as I just told you, the cash, the infusion of cash will be done in that startup, and it also supports small, young, unproven companies. Why to the unproven companies? Because they are just at the teething phase, they are at the early stage, they don't have the money to expand the business, so they have not proven themselves. To prove themselves, they need to come in the market with lots of money. So venture capitalists will support small unproven companies, those companies which wish to expand and capture the market. They have a good idea, they have a strong management team, but they don't have access to equities market. See, now if a startup is coming to get the funds, they can issue shares, they can enter the equity market, but these startups, they are so small that they cannot come to the equities market, they cannot issue debentures, they cannot issue shares. So how will they get the money? They get the money for venture capitalist. The new companies, they have very limited operating history because they haven't proven themselves, and they cannot raise capital through any debt issue or equity offering. So therefore the venture capitalist will invest in their startup. They also invest because they want to earn lots and lots of return on their investment. They want that this startup goes to be a huge success, and they also multiply their investment, they get lots of money back. So this is a symbiosis, this is a mutual help. The founder startup also gets money and has the ability to prove himself, and at the same time venture capitalists, if they have invested money, they also get lots of money back. The expected returns which they want from their investment, they want at least 10 times, and in general they get 10 times of the invested capital as well. Sometimes the return can be as high as 20x also. The venture capitalists, they keep their stake in the business. It can be 10%, it can be 20%. Because the startup company is not issuing debentures to them. They are giving the share in the business. That is why the venture capitalist is going to invest. The venture capitalist is not going to do a charity. It is not going to do a favor. This is a give and take, strong professional relationship. When the business will flourish, the price of the share will rise. The venture capital may sell their share, earn profit. They may also sell a part of their share. It is depending upon their mood and what they want. They will evaluate the startup, just as I told you, they will go in each and every detail, but there is no guarantee for success. Many a times the startup's founder, they may be IIT educated or IIM alumnus, but still it can be possible that the startup doesn't work. The startup goes for a loss. So the capitalists, therefore they buy stake in the business. They are not buying debentures. See, if the venture capitalists, they buy debenture, then their money is safe. They will every month, every time they will get interest. Debenture holders will get interest for the return. So their money is safe. But when you are acting as a venture capitalist, you have invested in the business, so the money is not safe. It may grow up, it may not grow up. That is why they are buying equity. They are buying a stake in the business. They are buying ownership in that business. But venture capitalists also want profits. They want their return to multiply, to double and multiply. The startup will never repay the money to the venture capitalist. It is not a debenture wali situation. The startup will never repay the money to the venture capitalist. Therefore, venture capitalist wants that the profit should soaring high and they also get the portion of the profit. If their pick fails, if they invested in the wrong startup, right, then the venture capitalist will suffer loss, obviously. But venture capitalists, they are quite wealthy people, so it doesn't affect them. If they invest 3 crore in a new startup, they must be having 30 crore at their house. So even if these 3 crores land into trouble or they don't get the money back, it won't pain them so much, because they are really rich people. They can afford to take the risk up to 3 crore. That is why they invested. Now, what do the venture capitalists look for? Which business? They want a strong management team of the founder. They want large potential market. There should be a market for the product which the founder is going to launch. They want the unique product or the unique service, and they also want the competitive advantage. You know, when Zomato and Zomato started up, that was a unique idea. You know, you will get the items delivered at your doorstep. So that idea was unique, in which the money was put. Right, then Swiggy came, so that Swiggy took the competitive advantage. Uber, Ola, they are taking the competitive advantage of each other. So the venture capitalists want that all these things should be there in the startup. So they want and they wish the guarantee. So the guarantee is not there, but still they want that the startup should go for a big success. They also want to invest in those industries in which they are familiar. Supposingly, I have a tire business, right? So I will be very much interested to invest in some tiring company or in some rubber company. And if you ask me to invest in textiles, of which I am unaware, so I will not be ready to invest there. So the venture capitalists, they want to invest in the industry which they are familiar, and they want to own a large percentage of the company in the future. So no, they have the knowledge of this X, Y, so they will not go to invest in Z. They will be interested to invest in X and Y only, of which they have the proper knowledge. Next is, what is venture capitalist fund, right? So venture capital firm, it can be some wealthy individuals, insurance companies, investment banks, pension funds, foundations, corporate pension funds. They all may come together and make a big venture capitalist fund. They pool their money together, which will be controlled by the venture capitalist firm. So all these entities, they will be the partners. They have part ownership in this fund. The VC firm will control where the fund will be invested, often into the business or ventures. In those ventures, they will be investing where the banks, they are reluctant to invest. The capital market are reluctant. These places, these venture funds will invest. VC is not meant for large scale business because large scale business has the capacity to enter into the equity market to raise funds. VC is generally meant for small and medium sized business. VC invests in high risk business, but at the same time, if it flourishes, there will be high returns as well. The startups who seek VC fund, they seek investments to commercialize the idea of the product or the service. है ना? क्योंकि they have some unique idea, unique product, they want to commercialize it, and without money, without funding, that idea cannot be commercialized. So that is why they want venture capitalists to come in. Sometimes VC also opts for disinvestment in a firm if the firm fails, and sometimes if their firm fails, they are not interested, but if the firm is going for a promising turnover and it is really flourishing, then also they may consider that they want to disinvest. It is just the choice of the venture capitalist what to do. But if they disinvest, again it will infuse more capital. But the venture capital, it's a long term investment. The return will not be expected before 5 years, because it takes minimum 5 to 7 years for a business to establish itself in the competitive market. Why do we need VC? VC is very important not only to bring in the funds for a startup, but they also provide strong mentoring, strong guidance. They give in their own expertise, knowledge, whatever they have, their experience. And because they are strong, rich people, they have their own contacts, they have strong network, which helps the startup to get more and more clients to promote the business. VC also provides financial and legal advice. And VC also gets in funds when expansion is required. At the teething phase, at the early stage also you need funds. And if you are a little 5 years old, still the company may need to expand itself. Again, you need VCs, right? Then at the same time, you need VCs at the time of severe competition. The market is very competitive. You want to exist and survive. You need funds. Then again, venture capitalists are required. For the entrepreneurs, no doubt, this venture capital is their vital source of financing, but this cash comes at a high price. It is the heart of the founder, that startup, but then you have to give a little portion of your heart when you are giving the equity position in exchange of the funds, because the venture capitalists will definitely ask for the stake in the business and they will take a little equity. They may also insist to require representation at the board, which they have to give, right? ऐसे तो कोई पैसा नहीं देगा ना. Now, how do the venture capitalists evaluate the business? They see the scalability of the business. Will the business scale new heights? Is there thoda dum hai? Is there a potential market, the competitive advantage, the strength of the target company? They also may buy the stake of the angel investors at times, and they may also subscribe to the new shares. On the topic angel investors, we have made a separate topic. You can please go and have a look at the video. Here I come to the end of the article. I hope I have made the things very clear to you. You have any doubt, please feel free to ask me in the comment section. Like, subscribe to my channel. Thank you for watching. Stay safe, stay blessed.